Please, please just let this be the last one. Please. Resident Evil The Final Chapter is written and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson and stars Mila Jovovich, Ian Glenn, and Ali Lauder, and is a story of Alice's final battle, hopefully, with the Umbrella Corporation, where she has to travel back to Raccoon City to release a virus that will kill the entire T-virus and save the world. The final chapter is the sixth. They've made 6 of these things, the 6th installment of the Resident Evil franchise, and it's clear they've just ran out of ideas to do. There's not that many cool action scenes where we haven't seen it all before in these movies. The first 2 are kind of campy fun, but after that, everything just gets repetitive and the story just gets boring and the acting gets worse and worse and worse. The one thing I can say about the Resident Evil franchise is that Mila Jovovich has always done a fine job as Alice. She knows how to play the character well, and she does a great job, and it's always great to see a female lead actor in an action film like this. But on the other side of the camera, Mila Jovovich's husband, Paul W.S. Anderson, did not do a stellar job directing this one. Let's just start with the editing. Oh my god, this is one of the worst edited movies I think I may have ever seen. There's so many jump cuts in these action scenes that you cannot tell what's going on. There are multiple points in the film where I just had to shut my eyes because there was just too much going on screen and it was giving me a headache. Every little thing they can do for a jump cut, they do. They don't let any of the action pieces just breathe and develop. It's just cutting all over the place, and it's just so disjointed and uncomfortable to watch. There are 4 characters that return from previous installments of this franchise. Alice, of course, Dr. Isaacs, Claire, and Wesker. And Wesker has not always been greatly acted for the previous films. It's kind of funny to watch, but the other new characters they introduced, there's just no time for them to develop at all, so you don't care about any of their characters at all. So when bad things start happening and people do end up dying, there's no emotional weight, and the movie tries to make it overdramatic, like, no! But you just don't care about any of the characters, so you just sit there like, oh, I guess that happened. And for being in a zombie apocalypse, Alice sure has a lot of convenient stuff happen to her. She's like really lucky. She needs a gun, she walks into the next room and there's a couple guns for her. Like, she just has like a good luck, I guess. But she needs some bombs and they're there just randomly. I guess they left them from the first movie, I guess, and they're just still there 15 years later, but good for Alice. I love when I get to be sarcastic. And the effects don't look that great. I luckily did not pay for the 3D IMAX version of this film. I just said, I'm just going to go see it regular. There's no point of paying an extra $9 to see it, and that was a smart choice because the effects did not look good, and I can only imagine that they looked even worse in 3D coming straight at me. So for my final verdict for Resident Evil The Final Chapter, I'm gonna give it was terrible. The only saving grace for most of these films is Mila Jovovich, and she was great in this one like she was in the other ones. Just everything else was bad. One of the worst edited movies ever. It just jumps so much, like things will go from all the way on the other part and then just jump all around, and it's just such a headache-inducing film. And poorly acted, and even though it's called The Final Chapter, spoiler alert little, they set up for another one. Yay! Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Drew from How Was It Movies. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see some more videos from me, comment down below if you've seen Resident Evil The Final Chapter and what are your thoughts on it, and thanks for watching.